Hello everyone, my name is Marit and I'm taking you on a journey through cognitive behaviour therapy through a Christian worldview. I want us to think about thinking today. This is a higher order thinking. It's called metacognition when we think about thinking. I'm conscious that many anxious people are very concerned about their thoughts. And in this era that we're going through, when there is a lot of anxious chatter online and in news broadcasts, it's very easy to take on an, uh, an anxious mindset. I want us to recognize that as Christians, we have been challenged by God to renew our minds. And this comes from um, Romans chapter 12, verse 2. And it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God." It is possible to have our minds conformed to the way and thinking of the world. And behind me, I've got on my whiteboard a person in the middle and 4 different thought bubbles. And I just want to explore this idea that not all your thoughts are your own. I mean, very easily we can say we can be influenced in our thoughts by outside influences. So we can say advertising. That's a very common one. Advertising influences us. We watch something on TV and there's an ad for some food, a fast food ad, and immediately we start thinking, oh, when was the last time I ate? Oh, we're influenced in our families by our pasts, family. We're influenced by teachers and education. We're influenced by social media, TV. Those things, they all influence us. They all tempt us to become conformed to the thinking of the world. Of course, we have thinking that is based on what's happening inside our body. So our own thoughts. And, you might be tempted to think that all of your thoughts are your own, but not all your thoughts are your own, because I've already mentioned that we can have outside influences. Your own thoughts are often related to, your body sensations, tired, hungry. We can be influenced by, obviously, our thoughts are influenced by our emotions and our belief structures. Okay. Now I've put 2 more thought bubbles up the top, and I'm going to put these as being higher order thinking and very basic order thinking, a primitive part of your brain. But I'm actually going to say that primitive thinking comes from the enemy of our souls, who comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He's the one who accuses us. He tells us that, we're not good enough, that God doesn't love us, that the promises aren't real. It's a place where all the doubts come from. So let's put this as enemy thoughts. It kills our destiny. It destroys our hope. And it steals our joy. These are enemy thoughts. They're not God's thoughts. And then finally, we have God thoughts. or we could also put in here the mind of Christ thoughts. They are inspired by love. They are acceptance and they are building you up. All right, so 4 different thought bubbles here that can all influence us. God thoughts, mind of Christ thoughts, enemy thoughts. I mean, it's accuser. I didn't put accuser up there. Enemy thoughts, our own thoughts, come from our body, sensations, emotions, sometimes our belief structures. And then we have these outside influences. Now you need to choose. When you are renewing your mind, choose the God thoughts. Choose and jump on that thought train that takes you to that place of meditating on God, who God is for you, how much He loves you, His acceptance of you, particularly when we are in Christ. God sees us through Christ, that we are accepted and loved, that it's nothing that we have done on our own to make ourselves better. He has fully accepted us because of what Jesus has done on the cross in making a way to come and be meditating with Him